What is going on, Jet fans? Matt O'Leary back with another mock draft Monday. I am excited to get into this one. I'm excited to get into every single one of them because mock drafts are fun and it's that time of year. So let's hop into it. Let's do our mock draft Monday. We're using PFF. I think they have the most accurate simulator in just my personal opinion. And let's set this thing up to rock and roll. All right, let's go. I should have mentioned, okay, that's my bad. So under normal circumstances, if I'm the New York Jets and Oli Fashanu is on the board at pick number 10, I am pulling the trigger. We're drafting Oli Fashanu, and you're moving on, and you're talking about the next pick. Forgot to say the theme of this draft. If you're new here, every single mock draft has a theme. So this one is a trade back. A lot of people want the New York Jets to trade back in the NFL draft because they don't have a second round pick. You think you could acquire more assets that way while moving back a few spots. Now, again, in this scenario, I want to make this clear. In this scenario, if Fashanu is on the board, you take him. But this is not what we do here. We are showing you different ways, different avenues for how the NFL draft could go. We're going to trade back. Let's look at some of the teams that are interested. I don't want to go out of the first round. Let's move back to the Seattle pick because you could probably get a second round pick next year also in this. Yeah, I would say something similar to that. So you get a first, or do they not have a second round pick? 78's not a second round pick, is it? No, it's not. Okay, so screw that. We don't want to. We're going to go with the Saints. Here we go. 14 and 45 for 10 and 111. Yeah, something like that. I think that's the move. So you package one of your 111 is your fourth rounder to get a first and a second rounder. 2 picks in the top 50 for sliding back 4 spots. Let's do it. Trade accepted. Okay. Resume. And in this scenario, okay, how do you not go Fuaga here, right? After moving back a couple of spots, I think that would be the move. No, Jared Verse, another edge rusher. Kidding. So if the Jets were able to move back a few spots and still land Fuaga, that would be a home run. J.C. Latham is someone who's going to get talked about a lot as well. I like Fuaga better than Latham. That's just my own personal preference. You can like whoever you like. I think there's going to be a debate on it, but I like Fuaga. So that's what I'm going to do here. And the Jets will then pick in the second round in this mock. And look at this. Okay, so you have a couple of different opportunities. J.J. McCarthy is still here. Now, would you in this trade back scenario, would you then pivot and say, give me a quarterback with this second pick? Or do you want to go, instead, I'll take a wide receiver. Depends on how the rest of your free agency and the draft goes, right? Like, isn't that also a big part of this as well? Look on the interior. Oh, you can go help on the interior of the offensive line with either a guard or a center, and then you have Tippmann at play at guard. There's a lot of different things that you could do in this scenario, but again, this one's a little bit off the board, so we're going to do the quarterback early instead and do J.J. McCarthy drafted and to sit. Okay. Still need wide receiver help, clearly. Could use help on the interior. Let's take a look at the wide receivers. Of this bunch, you can't go wrong with any of these 4. It's really just personal preference. I've taken Pearsall a lot in the drafts. I've taken Roman Wilson a lot in the draft. So let's go with Jalen McMillan just to change it up because I don't want to continue to just take the same guys over and over and again. That gets boring. So here we'll take McMillan in that spot. Now I don't believe the Jets are going to have their 4th round pick because that was moved in the trade back scenario to get the second rounder. Okay. So now which way do you go? There's a few things that the Jets still very much so need. at this point. The interior defensive line is still a sneaky need for this team. I'm going to take a peek and just see what you're looking at right now. You could probably wait another round. I don't think it's necessary to select one right now. You could take a swing on safety. At this point, you could take a swing on the interior offensive line. You're kind of in a spot where you're either reaching on one of those positions. You could take a safety, which is also a little bit of a need for this team. Let's do... All right, we'll do this. We'll go safety first. Okay. Now, Keith Randolph Jr. is an interior guy that I like a lot. Again, that's someone that I've drafted before, but I think this is a good spot to take him. And there's still 3 picks in the 7th round, so you get 3 dart throws in round 7. Go offensive line. It's going to drop back a couple of spots. Let's see who they're closing out this draft with. Okay. We'll do tight end swing, running back swing, and let's see how they graded our draft. Okay. Trade was an A-. Gave up a first and a fourth to move back 4 spots and gained a second rounder. You went Fuaga, J.J. McCarthy, Jalen McMillan, Malik Mustafa, Keith Randolph Jr., Julian Pearl. Back-to-back Illinois picks. There you go. And then tight end and running back to close this thing out. Very offense-heavy. Only 2 picks on the defensive side of the ball, and it was at safety and interior defensive line, 2 positions that are probably if you're going to go on the defensive side of the ball, don't really have to worry about corner. Definitely don't have to worry about edge. Safety, maybe linebacker, but I personally don't think it's worth touching with other needs. So, yeah, that's my mock. Let me know your thoughts down below. This is what a trade back scenario could look like for the Jets. Once again, I'm Matt O'Leary. I'll catch you next time.